Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the concepts of business intelligence. What are the concepts are there in business intelligence? We are going to see. So a lot of the things involved in business intelligence. So, according the section, through somewhat technical, it avoids a deep technical discussion and it's aimed to both technology and business student. It seeks to prepare the technology students for the concepts in the session about the technical aspects of Power BI or a a basic business intelligence, while providing business students with an understanding of the challenges and steps necessary to create business intelligence solutions that delivers business values. So here are the outline of the PPT. So what is business intelligence? So the process, technologies and tools need to turn data into information and information into knowledge and knowledge into plans that drive profitable business action. That is called business intelligence, which encompasses data warehousing, business analytics, and knowledge management. So these are the concepts, basic three concepts involved in business intelligence. So, online analytical processing or business intelligence versus business intelligence, because we people already know about there are so many tools are available to analyze the data which are available in online. So we are in the era of big data, so uh, that induces people to analyze something to find out their business solution. But why we people need to understand as a business student, why we need to understand about the business intelligence, about then the online analytic process. To know about those things, we need to understand about the OLAP and business intelligence. So, online analytical processing, it is an approach to quickly answer multi-dimensional analytical queries. OLAP is a part of a broader category of business intelligence, which also encompasses reporting, data mining, and analytics. So, so as we seen already, so there is slighter difference between OLAP and business intelligence, right? So the challenges of building a business intelligence solution here. So there are a number of challenges with business intelligence. First, there are technical issues, disappropriate data, different operating systems. So difference in database platforms and more are the very first challenge for business intelligence. So this data is usually stored in an OLTP format designed for fast inserting updates and deletes, not analysis. So some challenges or human issues. Different workers have different levels of expertise for working with data and therefore need different tools. Other challenges are business challenges. What data should be available and to whom, and that in a what level. So these all are the basic challenges of building a business solution. The first step in building a business intelligence solution is to consolidate data. So there are many challenges here, such as distributed data being inconsistent data. So data is often dirty, which means bad data has crept into the system. So these data challenges are covered um, in the coming next three slides. So disappropriate data. The data is often distributed throughout an organization. A company might have custom applications that use Microsoft SQL Server, purchased applications that use Oracle, employers storing data in Microsoft Excel and data arriving in XML format. In addition, SQL Server may be running as a Windows Server 2003, while Oracle may be running as a Unix server. In order to perform any analysis, data must be consolidated. So in the vast majority of this case, the data is physically consolidated on a single server. However, in some rare cases, it is accessed directly where it is. So that is rarely done because accessing the data where it resides has an advertise adverse impact on the performance of those OLTP system. So the data is in various sources, but consolidating the appropriate data is the very important challenge in business intelligence. So data is often stored in inconsistent format. So format is very important for uh, saving a data. But we people are not following how the format need to be in means we people usually disregard the thing. So true and false are often represented differently in different system. So like that, we people locate a challenge for multinational corporations. Different systems may have different part number or employee ID in order to do any sort of analysis. All of these issues must be corrected. So data must be made consistent before analysis can be performed. So I'm saying the example. So like that, the consistency of data is the next important challenge in business intelligence. Next, data quality related issues. Virtually all companies are all in data receiving companies are having truly dirty data. They are feeling that. So data intelligence, business intelligence people are feeling the same thing because the data are in bad values. So they can be simply typocratic data, so free from text field. For example, sales may be attributed to employee ID that doesn't exist in the employee system, or a city names might be spelled many different ways, and so forth. So cleaning up bad data can require extensive routines that require updating each time a new bad value is encountered. So we people already worked in Power BI. So we had seen all those types of errors in that Power BI software. No, so the same way Tableau also facing the same issues. In the big data set, we people are facing the uh, we people losing the confidence about the quality issues of the data. So for example, a fuzzy lookup can be used to help match text values that are similar way. So people are matching the data sets according to their expectations. Sometimes it happens in Tableau or both Power BI also we people are using. So extraction, transformation and loading. The process of moving data from its source system, consolidating it in a central location and fixing the data inconsistency is called extraction, and then transformation and loading or ETL. The extraction steps is pulling the data from various sources system. It is then transformed or made consistent. Finally, it is loaded into a data repository, so often called as a data factory or data warehouse, we people used to say. So there was issues, there will be some issues may arise while the time of extracting or transforming or loading the data. So these are the next important challenge in data business intelligence in data sets. So some ETL tools I'm quoting. So here Oracle data language set. So the IBM thing is very, very, those 2 points are important ETL tools in modern trends people are using. So next, business issues with data consolidation. So these are all the untheoretical um, theoretical issues we are seeing about the business intelligence process. So there are a number of business issues with data consolidation, and unfortunately, politics can come into play sometimes. So different groups always want to argue that their data it is correct. So no one else is correct actually. So the business must decide what values to use with when different system stored in the same value differently. And this is the especially continuous if different systems stores the same product or part with different values. So currency conversion problem must be made to the common currency like that. So and the format of the currency is another business decision. So like that people are facing so the in the consolidation process. So supporting different types of users are the very important issue in business intelligence. So there are many different tools we people are using in a common database. So those different tools support a wide variety of users with different needs when working with the same data that creates problems or different types of issues. So the users of business intelligence are the user of BI can be broken down into high level users with the need for a broad view and limited analytical capabilities. So those specialized users who perform detailed data analytics and need powerful tools. So workers who need basic reports with possible analytic features, workers who have business intelligence built into the system, they use without realizing it is BI. So as a business student, we people are mostly working in the last category itself because people don't know about the without realizing this is business intelligence work people are doing. So the trend is started like that only, but presently the people are being in the above the stage, the workers who need basic reports with possible analytic features. So like that we people are using business people are using in this scenario. So the uses of business intelligence, as I shown before in that PPT. So here the presentation I had made with the picture. The approaches to consuming business intelligence. The first, there are many different approaches to consume business intelligence. So different approaches can map a multiple group of users. The first one is scorecards, so reports, so analytical application, custom applications, which all are embedded in business intelligence softwares. um, so there are number of components that make up a data warehouse. So data warehouse and data mart are built exactly the same way. The only difference is scope. So a warehouse is for the entire business. The mart is for the functional area. The term listed here or defined on the is the basic terms to understand about the business intelligence field. So the data warehouse and the data mart are two different things. So data mart represent the total warehouse, sorry, the data warehouse represent the entire business intelligence process stored area. The data mart represent the functional area of the business. So in order to retrieve data from warehouse, it keeps to know the components of the questions. Typically, users ask to see something, example sales, expenses, number of units, etc. They're segmented by certain things, time, location, salesperson, and so on. So what people want to see are usually numeric and they are called measures. So measures are basic for KPIs. So as we seen in Tableau, so we people used to put uh, the numerical data in the uh, highest level column and the demographic level data in the next level of the box. So I hope you people are able to recall the lab time experience. So how the data should be segmented are called the dimensions, and the measures and the dimensions are stored in the cube like format. So here the way people are storing the data in the data warehouse. This is the, you just understand the outline of the picture. So we are not dive into the actual technical part. So we need to understand what the process, how the process is going on about the data warehousing for business intelligence. That is very important. A cube is the basic building block of the data warehouse. You just imagine a warehouse may contains one or more cubes. A cube is a multi-dimensional structure. So cube have multi-dimensional structure that holds database on dimensions. So there will be so many dimensions. So consider example of a data warehouse for a shipping company organization such as FedEx, UPS. In this diagram, there are three dimensions shown. First one is time, source, and route. So at each intersections of time, source, and route is a cell. Within the cell are two measures: the number of packages and the date one was shipped. So this is for different from the relationship setup, relational database, or two different dimensions, the row and the column. And each cell can have only a single value. So like that, the basic data warehousing process is happening. So measures are the what people want to see. That is called measures. So they are almost always numeric. They are often additive, but not always. So measures may be KPIs or serves as a basic of and KPIs. So unlike in a relational scheme, in a cube, you would able to typically want to store calculate values in order to make retrieval faster. And most cubes include the concept of calculated measures. So dimensions are how people list to segment or slice the data. Almost any time someone asks the question, they describe how they want to see it. For example, sales by store by month. Cubes may contain many dimensions, but the more dimensions that are available, the more challenging is it is for non-technical users of the explorer. So attributes represent different ways to looking at something in the dimension. For example, in a product dimension, a user might want to compare the sales of the product by color. So, for example, the red product selling better than the blue, does it depends on which area of country is examined. So many of the columns in the relational tab can become attributes in the warehouse. When looking at employees, attributes such as age, sex, race, so postal code, and more. So all make sense for performing analysis. That is very important thing in business intelligence. So most dimensions contains hierarchies which allows users to drill down on data. For example, the time dimensions often has a year level which can be then be broken down in um, into quarters. So quarters can then be broken into months and finally days. Values in the cubes are physically stored at the lowest level of granularity but summarized values are stored at each higher level of the dimensions. So where a user has to see quarterly data, the value is already stored and retrieval is nearly instantaneous. So we able to give the immediate uh, data. So this is what the information I wish to share about the uh, data warehousing and business intelligence. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.